Good morning, afternoon, evening, 6th grade. Should be Monday the 23rd for you. And today, this is our intro video, and it's really only going to be about reading and a little bit of writing, though we're going to put a pause on your imaginary essay and return to that tomorrow. So your reading homework until we begin our next book, which is The Hawk That Dare Not Hunt by Day, which will begin Tuesday, tomorrow. Obviously, you're going to continue to work on your lines, have someone quiz you, set up a place to practice your entrances and exits. But we have another little fun bit of an assignment today. You may remember back when we were first reading Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream and we were in Act 1, you did an assignment where you modernized Aegeus' monologue. Just for a little fun today, I'm going to read the original Shakespeare and then I'm going to read one of the modernizations one of you wrote back then. And then I'll tell you what we're going to do from there. So this is Aegeus' monologue in Shakespeare's words first. Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious duke, be it so, she will not here before your grace consent to marry Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case. That's Aegeus' speech from Shakespeare's words. And now I'd like to read an excellent example that one of you actually wrote just a few weeks ago. I am very angry at my daughter Hermia. Step forward, Demetrius. This man has my permission to marry her. Step forward, Lysander. This man has cast a spell on my child's heart. You, Lysander, have given her love poems and interchanged keepsakes with her. At night you've sung by her window in a voice that pretends to be sincere, and you've pretended to love her and caught her imagination by making an impression on her, by giving her locks of your hair, rings, toys, trinkets, knickknacks, flowers, candies, things that can really influence an impressionable young person. You have stolen my daughter's heart with trickery. Now, instead of being obedient to me, she's stubborn and harsh. And because she does not, before your grace, agree to marry Demetrius, please let me use the privilege I have because I'm her father. I may get rid of her, either to this gentleman or have her killed, as the law says. That if it is the case, it will be provided immediately. Well, obviously, Aegeus needs to work on his fatherly love, but we can see here an excellent student-written example of putting Shakespeare's words into more modern, accessible English. This person did a really good job of breaking down both the thoughts behind the words and finding synonyms and substitutes for a lot of the individual words themselves. So today, in our reading/writing section, I would encourage you to, if you have a longer speech or part of your lines, to take that chunk. And if you don't, that's okay. Find a few little shorter lines to weave together and rewrite them in your own words. I want to make sure when we come back to school and put on this play that we really have the emotions behind what these words mean because you understand what they mean. So go ahead and rewrite at least 10 lines of yours. You may need to weave a few things together. At least 10 lines of yours in your own words. So transfer Shakespeare's words into modern English. Don't take too many liberties, but it can definitely have your own twist. You can get that back to me by taking a photo of it or having your parent take a photo of it to upload or email to me to check to make sure you did that assignment. That's all for today in our intro video in reading and writing. Continue working on those lines, have someone quiz you, and I'll do a math breakout video for you shortly. So make sure you do your math work as well. Have a great afternoon. Hi, 6th grade. This is just an addendum that I'm gonna hopefully be able to tack on to the video, reminding you that we're gonna keep working on grammar 5B. This is the day you have to finish up 5B in grammar if you've not done so already. Some of you were a little behind, some of you are a little ahead, but we'll all be in the same place if we catch up with 5B today in grammar. And you can see another grammar breakout video kind of taking you through what it looks like to analyze and diagram sentences with possessive pronouns in them.